Good evening, everyone, and welcome tonight. Day 747 here, coming to you live from Ukraine. We had some air alarms rolling earlier in our area, but now you can see over there, right there. It's in now in Kharkiv, Lugansk, Donetsk, and Crimea always. But it's drones were in the air. So March the 11th today, as you guys know, we kicked off our campaign. And we want to say thank you because it was crazy, to be quite honest with you. It was absolutely crazy what happened. Let's see here. I just got a message in from Pete. I'll check back on that in just a minute. Want to thank you tonight for sharing, commenting, liking, all of those things. So here's the deal. We initiated the project today where we will be raising 200,000 US dollars to purchase 3 Snatch Land Rover vehicles. They also will be modified and fully equipped and will be delivered personally. I'll be the hands and the eyes and the feet. You guys will be here with us as we do it. As we've kicked off the project, we have already raised $80,000 from 2 donors that have dropped the challenge. And I can tell you tonight, my inbox is already filling up with emails. It like floods. So I'm doing the stream now. I'll get a little rest, and then I will get responding to all of your comments and your emails in regard to this project in the morning. So thank you for everything that you're doing. I did see somebody put in the question or in the comment, we need a name for our community. Well, the community's name is the Hope Train. So welcome. Everybody's on board the Hope Train. So we are rolling, and we're going to get back to that in a moment, because tonight I'm going to be dropping information on you guys that nobody else in the world knows. So tonight I finally have permission to share some of it, and you will be seeing what's happening and what we can do to help. So thank you for being here. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you for everybody that does what they're doing. We definitely could not do it without all of you, and together we all make a great team. So thank you. Adrian, thank you for those 20 coffees, and we'll get it going tonight. So we are in a war zone, by the way, and that means if you guys or watching the calendar, Kirill's birthday party, Kirill, one of the cast of characters, and you have an emoticon in the chat for Kirill. We've had to move his birthday party. That's what happens when you're in a war zone. You have a birthday party moved. Oh, Silver Earth, thank you. I choose you, Greg. Starsky can play later. Yeah. Sorry, Starsky. Actually, Starsky's on with Mercado, and I will be on with Mercado tomorrow. Yeah. Isn't it Monday? Yeah. So Tuesday. That's Terry Tuesdays now with Andrew Mercado. So we'll see you there as well. So it is a war zone, so we've had to move Kirill's birthday party a couple of days because we have to do what's right. So his birthday party delayed a couple of days, but everything is ready to go. His gifts that you have purchased are all loaded up. I mean, some incredible gifts that you guys will be watching yourselves through us give to Kirill and also the kids there in the village. So be ready for that. We've adopted that village. All right, guys, we're going to get going now. And tonight, I want to give you a few news updates. I've got a lot of videos and a lot of information that I need to share with you. So we're going to get in on that. And I need I need to check on this message from Pete. Um, I'll do that when I'm showing another video because I've got something else from Pete. There's a lot going on. So let's get started. Here we go. We'll start here. Not there. Ooh, not there. That's where I want to start. Hungarian Prime Minister, and there's a reason I'm showing this to you guys. I know you've seen it in the news. So the Prime Minister of Hungary, Orban, who is in Putin's back pocket, it doesn't matter that they gave a little yay vote for NATO. No, he's in the back pocket of Putin. He basically comes out of the meetings with Trump in Mar-a-Lago and says, well, you know, Trump, if he's elected president, will not give a single cent of aid to Ukraine. And that was directly from Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Not surprising. I want to show you 3 quick videos because I'm setting the stage here tonight for where I'm going to take the news portion up front before we get into the project portion. So, guys, this is a major problem. Nothing we can do about it other than you do what you do. And for those of you that are not Americans, not much you can do anyway. But our country's in chaos. American citizens can contact our representatives and senators and contact media, but we've got some serious issues in our country. With that said, this is what Orban comes out. It's interesting, you know, the Prime Minister of Hungary comes and visits Mar-a-Lago with Trump, who's not the president, but doesn't visit the sitting president. Strange. Here's National Intelligence Director Haynes. Now, she cannot pronounce Avdiivka properly, but I'll give her a pass on that. It's tough to say. Here you go.
Ukraine continues unabated. Ukraine's retreat from Avdiivka and their struggle to stave off further territorial losses in the past few weeks have exposed the erosion of Ukraine's military capabilities with the declining availability of external military aid. The assistance that is contemplated in the supplemental is absolutely critical to Ukraine's defense right now. And without that assistance, it is hard to imagine how Ukraine will be able to maintain the extremely hard-fought advances it has made against the Russians, especially given the sustained surge in Russian ammunition production and purchases from North Korea and Iran. And meanwhile,
Okay, so that's the National Intelligence Director Haynes. Now I'm going to take you to the CIA Director William Burns, who was just in Kyiv. All right, listen to him.
Down another road, however, without supplemental assistance, it seems to me, lies a much grimmer future. Ukraine is likely to lose ground, and probably significant ground, in 2024. I saw, in the Battle of Avdiivka, which forced a rushed withdrawal of Ukrainian forces just a couple of days before I was in Kyiv on this last visit, the consequences of that. One senior Ukrainian partner described what happened to me. He said that, our men fought as long and as hard as they could. We ran out of ammunition, and the Russians just kept coming. And I think without supplemental assistance in 2024, you're going to see more Avdiivkas. And that...
I'm telling you guys, he's right. Ronnie Vranken says, I only trust Peter Pavel. That's true. I was just seeing some news coming out where Macron, inside Ukraine, guys, this is all I see here, that Macron canceled his visit to Kyiv. So there's just a lot of goofy things happening right now. Now, I'm going to tell you another goofy thing. No, they're not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. If this happens and aid stops, it's going to... Trust me. FSB imposter. Trump's view is not shared by most here in Virginia. Hopefully the election will define him as desperate to pawn for votes. Keep the faith. Absolutely agree. Um, uh-oh. I got Gertis in here tonight. Dr. Gertis, I just talked about Orban using the Russian media monitor too. Yeah, it's serious, guys. And when you hear Director Haynes and then William Burns, and then I'm going to give one more. FSB Imposter, I threw your comment up there because my home is Virginia also. I live in PA, but I was born in Virginia, and that's where I grew up. So now I'm going to show you one more. Now, this one was shown on Russian state TV, and this is Lindsey Graham, who from the beginning of the war has been a staunch supporter of Ukraine. And I can tell you, his rhetoric has now changed. You can go back a year in the war. And now I do not know Lindsey Graham, but I'm personal friends with his best friend inside Ukraine. Thank you, Step, for those 3 coffees. I'm really good friends with his best friend, who is Reb Tyree. Thank you for the 5 coffees. His name is Pavlo Ngurian. I'm going to get Pavlo on here. He's former deputy, Odessa region. He is massive for international relations for Ukraine. You can look him up on Wikipedia, all of that stuff. He's legit, real deal. He and Lindsey Graham are friends, and this rhetoric has changed a little bit from Lindsey Graham. And tonight, this was put onto Russian state TV and translated with subtitles in Russian. And this was Lindsey Graham on Meet the Press.
Idea that our allies should pay us back if they can when we're $34 trillion in debt. This is America first in action. It's not isolationism, but it is considering the needs of the American people. I hope to be going to Ukraine soon, and I hope to be able to tell them the aid is coming. It will be in the form of a loan. Pay us back if you can. We're $34 trillion in debt. Nobody wants to help Ukraine more than I do. But the idea of giving and never being repaid should be off the table.
The idea of giving and never being repaid should be off the table. Of course, we don't take into account we're investing in a peaceful world. We are the strongest nation on the planet, and we're not like the police, but we're the stabilizing factor in many areas of the world. And I don't know what's happened. You can go back a year ago and listen to Lindsey Graham saying really the opposite. So I'm just seeing rhetoric changing, and we're not talking about politics, even though Professor Gertis is in here. It's just pay attention to it because things are shifting, and I can tell you here they're shifting as well. So we will have to be just pay attention, guys. That's all I'm saying, and we won't go any deeper in that tonight. So it's a problem. 2,000 kilometers of fortifications. This is a statement from President Zelensky, and I can 100% validate this. I have seen hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of these dragon's teeth. Basically, they're making them 3 sections wide, although there you see 2, and they'll have like 10 meters and 10 meters between them. It's anti-tank and it's defensive lines. Ukraine is doing a really, really, really good job now of digging in. And of course, that's what you have to do when you do not have artillery and ammunition. So the defensive lines, Zelensky was talking about it today, and I can tell you this is 100% happening. I see them with my own eyes. In fact, many places we go and we're looking at these defensive lines, Zhenya and I are going, wow, they're huge, they're massive, they're far away from the front. What's going on here? So I gave you a little hint there. They're far away from the front. Okay? I'm finding these defensive lines in some places 30 and 40 kilometers from the front line. I'm just telling you guys the truth. Okay? This is where they're being dug. And they're serious, serious, serious. Tonight I'm going to tell you a story that you're going to hear it here first. And you're going to see this in your news later. Okay? Well, I got a new patch today of this camera. How y'all like that one? Welcome to Ukraine. Everybody likes to see the patches that I get. Sabotage. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a story. That's exactly right, Ken Patterson. That's exactly right. They're using a massive amount of heavy equipment, and they're digging massive trenches, anti-tank, not only positions, reinforcing them, and they're having to build them with covers over top the lines because of the drones. That's correct. So they're way, way back. Ukraine has slowed down the Russians. Yes, they have. But it's still difficult. People were just killed in Ivanivsky just within the last hour. That's the little village over towards Bakhmut that is soon to fall. Now, here we go. I'm going to tell you a story now that you tonight, and I'm on a different page from my computer, the 189 people now watching and those that will watch later. You are the first ones in the world to know this. It's not been reported anywhere, and I've been right with the guys. Sabotage. You see that chip? This is a chip that goes inside drones. And it was a very large drone project, thousands and thousands and thousands. And this is the actual chip. When you take this off, you'll see a circuit board just like that. I'm going to show you a video where these were sabotaged in manufacturing in China. Thousands and thousands and thousands of drones are useless. That's the bad part. But the good part. Here's the good part. Due to the generosity of this community, and yes, now we're focused on the armored vehicle purchases, but due to your generosity, we are already replacing these chips. Our organization here is buying these. It cost us $50 to replace this chip. But that $50 puts a full eye in the sky back in the air. And that's horrible that these were destroyed. And sabotage. And I'm going to show you the video right now. Now listen to me. You will hear this story. It may be another month, but those of you that are in here tonight live or later watching on demand, you remember that little midget from America sitting over there in Ukraine told you about this a month ago. You will hear about this. And that's about all I can tell you on that. But here is a little video clip I took. All right, guys. Doing some in-depth reporting for you today. So you guys know we have all kind of units all around Ukraine, civilians, people, units, everything. Well, I want to show you something here. Take a look at this. You see this thing right here? Do you know what that is? What is that?
It's like video. It's a video controller for FPV drones.
So that's a video controller.
Yeah.
And we know that thousands and thousands of these came as a part of a big project to help Ukraine, but unfortunately they were sabotaged. And they believe in China, but we don't know, right? Okay, so basically what happened, they were drilled. And now you're talking to the US and different places to try to find a way to fix these or replace these. So, show people what it is. So
it's
take a look here.
Was it damage?
Okay, so the damage is right there, that little gold marker in the center of his camera. That's a drill mark. Okay, so when a guy goes to use this particular drone and he turns it on,
Yeah.
what happens?
It will burn the whole this unit.
So it will not work.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically we have thousands and thousands and thousands of drones that have to be repaired.
We'll try it.
We will try it. So, well, thank you guys. We keep you updated with what's going on. And does that stop us from helping?
Yes.
No. Does it stop us
No.
from helping?
We will help.
We'll do whatever we can, yes?
Yes.
But it stops these from working,
Unfortunately.
but we'll fix them.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And this is my friend Roman. Good English, huh? Welcome to Ukraine. Slava Ukraina.
Героям слава.
So that's the truth, guys. And you're sitting there talking or hearing Roman, who is a part of the team that's helping to solve this, tell you directly. I see in there, can you share this? I did see Johnny Pearson here. Welcome to you, JP. We'll get you in on the next one. I need to get JP and Dr. Gertis in here at the same time. That's what we'll do. And Rick, we'll do that, guys. We'll figure it out. But listen, guys, that is the truth right there. But the good news is, you guys, due to your generosity, look, I've got them all in here now. Now there's Rick, there's Johnny, and Professor Gertis. Tinky, just rolling in from Starsky's stream. Welcome. So, listen, it's bad that thousands and thousands and thousands of drones, they're not destroyed, but they're inoperable. And what happened was different units had been giving these drones and they started putting them in the air and they started crashing right out of the air. And then the higher ups, whom we've been with and been right inside where they were working on them, they started checking them and they discovered that thousands and thousands were damaged. Silver Earth, thank you for those coffees. I'll get to the super chat in just a second. Thank you guys so much. But it's a problem, but we're working on get it resolved. And thank you for doing that. Now I'm going to go to another story, and then we're going to get to good. Hi, Mary Martin, joining you from Starsky and Mercado, Lancaster, New York. Welcome to Lancaster, New York. So let's go to the next one. The question was asked, can we share that information? Absolutely. I just made it public, and your best thing is to share what I shared, because that's the information. I know much more that I'm not allowed to share, but what I can tell you is these chips were sabotaged in China. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of FPVs that are now useless until we get these replaced. I showed you the video of one of the nerds that is working on this project, and we are helping the Ukrainian army get these things repaired. And we are nonstop doing that. We've already bought dozens and dozens and dozens of these chips. We will continue because everyone puts an eye back in the sky, which saves lives. So that's the story there. And yes, you can share. Now, sabotage is a real problem in Ukraine. A real problem. You got the guys looking out. And I've told you guys the stories so many times. When we're on the front lines, we have to be so careful. So careful. For example, and many of you that are regulars, you know this, if we're going into Kherson, we have to wait until dark. Our vehicle is solid black. Our Navara, we go with full night vision, no lights. If we see vehicles in the road, we literally pull over and hide. We make sure that they go away. And I know it's hard to understand, but you know, Rick was showing on his video last night. If you haven't seen that, please go check it out. Early in his stream, he was walking around Kyiv, heading to the Azov or Free Azov rally. And he just walked right up talking, and absolutely they were pro-Russians. 1,000,000% easy to see. It just happens. I remind you as always, and Zhenya wanted to remind you guys today, this is a war. This is a war, and it's ugly, and there is so much stuff happening. So we're having a problem with collaborators. I want to show you guys a video, okay? I want to show you guys a video. My son Alex says nerds will get it done. An American nerd. Yeah. I'm learning Ukrainian, but in Russian the word Alex would be botanik. Botanik. Yeah, the botanik, they'll get it done. I want to remind you guys about 10, 12 days ago, we were dropping aid to a commander who's very important to the work that we do on the front lines and you do with us as we're dropping aid and helping. And I want to show you this video. And when I'm showing you this, please, 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 look at the video. Look at the vehicle in the background. Now, I'm not talking about the Soviet airplane. I'm talking about the gray vehicle. Keep your eye on the gray vehicle. Guys, we're here today with a very special friend, and many people ask me sometimes, Greg, how do you get to these crazy places you get to? I have friends, and you can't see his face, you don't know anything he does, but he's a good friend, and he knows we're here helping Ukraine. So for him today, there were some certain things that he needed, and of course we're going to take care of him because through him, he assists us with the ability to help others that other volunteers couldn't help. That's what it comes down to. All right? Then you can't see who he is. He's completely blurred. But we promise hand to hand always. So, tactical gloves he needed. He needed some new tourniquets, Cat 7s. So we got that. He needed some compression bandages and Celex. He needed... I'm going to tell you what, Daniel. We've got to start buying like thousands of these, I guess. These batteries, guys, are the ticket. So the batteries are going hand to hand. Balaclavas. I'll hold these in my hand. Balaclavas, thermals, socks, and for those of you guys that are buying metal detectors, here's another one being dropped.
With some secrets in it.
With some secrets in it. Yes. So thank you guys for all of your help. And together we make a difference. And he's not even going to say a word because we don't want his voice to be heard. So thank you, and we can give you thank you. So, da.
Слава Україні.
Da. I'll do voice changer too. So there you see it. Now, were you paying attention to the vehicle in the back? And yes, that's Abraham Lincoln. Okay, to the vehicle in the back. All right. My dear friend came off of his position and his tires were slashed. The spot where this vehicle was parked is the exact spot where Zhenya and I park our Navara when we're in this frontline area helping these guys. This is the driver's seat. All the windows were smashed out of it. All the tires were punctured, and Molotov cocktails were thrown into this vehicle. Now, our friend, the soldier, is fine, but this one rattled him and us to the core. All of his uniforms, quit parking there, please. That was secure parking. There's the gray vehicle. Guys, this is stuff you do not hear about on the news. You never will. Right there, you can see the bottles in the back that were used as the Molotov cocktails. Where was this happening? On the front. I can't tell you where specifically, but on the front. And this is the reality that Ukraine faces every day on the front, whether it's collaborators or it's DRG, which is the defensive reconnaissance. I mean, I've rode in that vehicle, guys, so many times. That'll kind of rattle you a little bit. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I am fully confident we're going to raise the $200,000 for the armored vehicles. But if we raise some extra money over that $200K, we're going to help Abraham Lincoln get another vehicle. I mean, this is not a private in the military. This is not a sergeant. This is not a whatever the next rank is, major. This is a really important man and a very, very good friend who helps us immensely. And because of him, you're able to work through us to help the soldiers. So this one's personal, and we're going to do something about it. So that's the deal there. You can just see, very sad. Now, that's enough for the sadness tonight. Let's jump now to some good stuff. Guys, you can help save lives. Today, 5.5 hours ago, we released the project. And the project went simultaneously on Dr. Gerda's channel and my channel. It'll be coming to Rick's channel. It'll be coming to Johnny's channel. It'll be out tomorrow night on Mercado. I'll be talking about it with Andrew. We'll get it, Starsky pushing it, Warthog, massive project. The good news is this project was initiated by some very generous, I don't want to say investors, people who care for Ukraine, investing in Ukraine. And we've already been seeded with $80,000 to start the project. And the world's been challenged, and you guys are already responding. I know, because my emails are filling up. Get a hold of Brandon Mitchell for a vehicle. I talk to Brandon all the time. So Brandon is on contract with certain units, so he's not permitted to work with NGOs. He can like go talk on somebody's stream or something, but Brandon and I are friends, and his contracts doesn't allow him to do that. So it's okay. We have certain vehicles, everything's rolling, but thank you for that. Now, this is going to be an incredible thing, and I want to re-show just about 3 minutes here about what we're doing, and then we're going to go to something different. I've got to find it. I've lost my own self. Here we go. This is the Snatch project, guys.
Greg, this is incredible. You know, I've been praying for vehicles and wishing for vehicles for a long time, and making posts for vehicles, and we've had no bites. And all of a sudden, you and some wealthy gentleman in the UK all reach out to us at the same time about exactly the same subject. So we've got Ben is with us. He's friends with the guy from Tanks a Lot. A wealthy donor reached out to Tanks a Lot and said, I want to donate to Ukraine. He suggested Ben, who's with PK, and that ball is busy rolling. That same gentleman has asked us if we would like a couple of snatches as a start and a couple of quad bikes as a start, and he's going to try and fill it with several night vision and thermal images. And some kamikaze and surveillance drones. I don't know the numbers that he's offering, but he's offering. We were speaking yesterday. Sorry, these cats are driving me nuts. We were speaking with this guy. His name is Nick. He's the owner of Tanks a Lot, and he was giving us a video walkthrough of his vehicles. The Snatches are ideal because not only the cab is fully armored, but the rear is fully. So the front cab, the driver's cab is fully armored with armored glass, but the whole rear of it has been it's Kevlar. Kevlar, so it's bulletproof, it's armored. An elephant gun cannot go through it. They tested it. So, just without opening these links, which I can't do now because I'm driving in a convoy, these Snatches are ideal. And I love you for asking. When an airliner crashes, it's very sad and it's horrible news. But you get executives sitting around a table hashing out the agreements of how much is one life worth, how many millions are we going to pay through our insurance company for each life lost. And that is a serious thing, and it needs to be addressed. But what if you had $200,000 and you could save multiple lives over and over and over again? We're talking about Greg Terry and our YouTube Allies project for raising $200,000 to buy armored Land Rovers. They're called Snatches because they snatch people from the brink of death. We run a Mitsubishi Shogun with Kevlar blankets stapled to the side, and we've got a drone jammer kindly donated by Harry Est and One Team One Fight. Thank you again, Harry and Dima and One Team One Fight. But we are defenseless against killer drones. Please help us, and thank you once again for joining this incredible venture to help us save more lives.
So there you have it. That's the project. And I was watching all of your comments during this time. I'm not sure about those NAFO vehicles, although I was at the last NAFO event, and no, those vehicles are not armored. These are very, very specific type vehicles that are designed. These Land Rovers, are easy to repair in Ukraine. Secondly, they're coming to us fully ready. All of the imports, our team in Pennsylvania, we've been working on this for what, Dr. Gerd, a week or 10 days, and everything's green lighted before Dr. Gertis and I ever went public with it 5 hours and 40 minutes ago. I will be updating you, if not daily, at least every other day, as that thermometer bar goes up. Because I can tell you the thermometer is already above 80,000. People have already started giving. We're going to smash that 200,000. Then what happens? What happens then is I'm getting ready to start another massive aid run, and I'm going to tell you about that in just 1 minute. But of what we're going to be dropping and what we're going to be doing due to your generosity, and you'll see it every day with us. But after that run, I'm going to go home. I've been in Ukraine for 90 days. I legally will have to leave, and I'll get back and see my wife and my children for a little bit of time. We'll get these vehicles purchased, and then we already have a transit carrier company that will be sending them to Ukraine. They do this all the time. The Polish border will not be a problem for us because we're doing it a different way. They will get into Ukraine through our nonprofit. Our lawyer here has already set up all the paperwork. We're ready. Everything is green lighted. We just raised the money, and as soon as that 80,000 moves to 100,000, our administrative team in the United States already set it up. Bam! Deposit 50%. We'll raise the rest. Done deal. This is going to happen 1,000,000%.
Slava Ukraini!
This is going to happen 1,000,000%. Okay? And I'm so pumped up about it. In addition, with those cruise land armored Snatches, we are also upgrading them. Run flat tires, double winch systems on the front bumper and the back bumper in case they're getting in a situation where they need to get themselves out of a ditch or trouble. Additionally, they're going to have the latest and greatest anti-drone devices that'll be software and all of the technology right up to the last minute, and the best night thermal vision for these guys running through these forests and deadly areas at night. They'll be able to run fully blacked out. So these are not just armored Snatches, guys. These are going to be the Cadillacs 2 of these will go to Project Konstantin. 1 of these will be given to the battalion that all of us together have adopted, the 3rd Assault Brigade. Yes, Azov. The 3rd Assault Brigade, 2nd Rifle Battalion, a new group that was formed. They're in the East fighting. You can go back on my videos a couple of weeks, 10 days, and you can see where we supplied these guys. We dropped $56,000 worth of aid in one day, supplying these guys. We have adopted them. One of the emoticons is Commander Andrew in our chat. So this is just, we're rolling, guys. We're rolling, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Paul, for those 5 coffees towards the Land Rovers. Now, why is this so important? Tone 50 donated. I stand with Ukraine. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, how many we getting? 2? No, we're getting 3. 3. So, finally, the last part of that is, yeah, I agree with all of that, guys. I'm watching all your chats about vehicles and vehicles. Yes, every vehicle is important, and we're working on it. We're actually getting another vehicle right now, like a 4,000 euro for this van that's needed for a guy that we support, that you guys have donated to, and we'll show you everything you're doing. They lost all 4 of their vehicles just a few days ago on the front lines. This is happening nonstop. We can only help the guys that we can help, but we help hand to hand. Now, I will go home, I will come back, and we will get these vehicles into Ukraine, and we will personally, I can't wait to personally drive that Snatch all the way to Pete. What is the best way to donate? So there are direct link donations in the description. It's on my website, gregterry.org/donate. That links you, that's just the portal, that links you to 2 ways to give directly to our nonprofit in the United States. One via PayPal, and the other is a direct donation link. And they both are to our 501c3. I can also tell you guys that we do not, there's no admin. You're not paying salaries. If you give 100 euros or whatever, or 50 quid, JP, it's going to the project. And I believe now, after almost 90 days, this is my 9th month running, actually, yeah, 9th month running aid on the front lines. And I think this, I just believe we've validated. Thank you, Adrian, for that. It'll go to the project. We validated, I believe, that we do what we say we're going to do. And thank you for being here and doing that. Now, why is this so important? Why? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a treat tonight. And, you know, you can't get this anywhere else, I don't think. So I have a message from Pete, because Pete sent me a video. And guys, when you're here on the front lines, anything I ever show you, full permissions are there. If you see a soldier's face, it's because he said, don't blur me. I want the world to see my face. If you hear a message, the other night, you guys that are new here tonight, I was showing Fish and Amethyst sitting on the front line flying drones. I mean, everything we show you is real, but OPSEC, safe, good. So tonight, Pete had sent a thank you video after Dr. Gertis and myself dropped that, what's it called? Premiere video 5 hours and 47 minutes ago about this project. And Pete immediately sent me a video. He was watching it. And I'm going to play that video for you. But before I play it, I called Pete and I said, Pete, I would like to show the video that you sent me. Will you give me permission to show that in response to the appeal for the vehicles? This is the voice message I just received from Pete. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way.
Hi, Greg. Thank you for your lovely words, mate. And yes, of course you can use it. I didn't even give it a thought. Of course, mate. But Thank you for what you're doing, brother. This is such a noble quest. It is a quest. It's the beginning of the future, mate. I love everything that you're doing. I love everything that you're all doing. Thank you for what you're doing, and yeah. Go for it, buddy, old pal.
Go for it, buddy, old pal. But did you hear what Pete said? He said, I thank you for everything that all of you are doing. Guys, that is you. That is you. You will, I hate the word I. There's no I in the word team. It's TEAM. We're doing this together. And it doesn't matter if you're red, white, yellow, black, from the West, the East, what nation you're from. It doesn't matter. Your political affiliation, your religious background, doesn't matter. We're all coming together as a community of humans doing what is right. And we're going to make a massive impact together. We're just getting started. I'm telling you, we're just getting started. And I believe, I'm telling you, by the end of this year, we're going to have done over $1 million of help to Ukraine. I believe it. Now, this is the video Pete sent me. Guys, this is why we are going to push so hard to get these armored vehicles.
Dear Greg and Dr. Curtis, thank you for your efforts. I've just seen your beautiful launch of this campaign. But four colleagues were killed today. 4 medics were wiped off the face of the earth. 2 of our boys went to the front lines to go and suss out our new location, where we are. They went to go suss out a new location. And they were driving back in the direction of safety. And the drone came after them. Our boys spotted it, they hit the gas. The slower full car behind them, just a regular car with 4 medics, wasn't able to accelerate away fast enough, and 4 medics were wiped out instantly by a kamikaze drone. If only we could have got these vehicles a bit sooner. I'm grateful my 2 friends are still alive. They're in my platoon. But I'm very sad about these medics, and I'm very grateful. We all are very grateful to you.
Fortunately, I was able to watch that a few hours ago a couple of times and prepare myself. But that's the reality, guys. So these guys were part of Pete's overall unit, but not his company. 2 of his guys, they were going and scouting out locations where they're working, and coming back, they were in a lead vehicle, the 2, and the 4 medics were following in a car. Of course, unarmored. And tonight we lost 4 medics. This is why we're going to smash this 200,000, and we're going to get these vehicles to these guys as fast as we can. So donations for these trucks can just go to the Bethel PayPal. Absolutely, guys. The link in the description, the PayPal or the direct link, and we will be updating you nonstop. I promise you. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Professor Gerdish, you are more than welcome to join me if you would like to. You can text me. I mean, it's just unbelievable how the timing of this, you know. I watched this already 5 times, and it bothers me. It bothers me that my country just doesn't get it yet. I can't say that. I'm an American and I'm here, and lots of Americans have been. I don't mean it that way. I need to restate that. It saddens me that the politics in my country is causing every day lost life that is unnecessary. That's the best way I can say it. What's the time where you are? Oh, Gertis? Oh, that's okay. I can't, trying to make dinner while listening. Okay, you eat dinner and I'll keep talking. But he's here with us in spirit. He has a lot of children, by the way. I won't say the number, but he has a lot. So that's why this is so important. Okay? Now, let's go to, and I will be with Pete soon. So yes, you can help save lives. There's Pete, there's Fish. Now, there's Jania, there's myself. We will be leaving hopefully Wednesday morning, because as you guys know, our Navara, the frame was completely broken again, destroyed, and we had to literally have our vehicle taken apart. They took the cab, the back, everything off of it, redid the entire frame, and we got the call that our vehicle will be ready to head back to the front tomorrow evening. So we're counting on that. Wednesday morning, bright and early, we'll be rolling to the front. To the right there, you can see some of our guys and some of the aid we've already dropped. That is a picture of a part of our adopted battalion, 3rd Assault, 2nd Rifle Battalion, sending that picture in and saying thank you. So what is going to be going? What's going to be going? We are going to be rolling out with Motorola batteries. I'm going to show you a video about that in just a moment. Motorola antennas, extenders, the balaclavas, thermals, tactical gloves, tactical socks, Z-fold gauze, tourniquets, diesel heaters, trigger cams, candies. Some of you guys do not know what that means. There's certain things I can't say, but we're delivering candies. Some of you guys in the chat can talk about candies. Technical equipment, the iPhones, the Pete, chest seals, extended battery kits, sets of tires, 20 drones, eyes in the sky, Kirill's birthday party. We will be working the entire front line. It's a massive amount. I want to show you this. This was today in our home city. What you're going to see here is the batteries. We had an investor, a donator, who gave a lot of money to buy these these batteries for their communication devices. So you're going to see that and a little bit more. Here's Jania talking about it. This is what we're loading to roll out. All right, guys, we've had a really large donation come in for batteries for the heroes. These are $50 a pop. We were able to buy 100 batteries. We've had other donations come in that are for the batteries as well, this project. And here they are. They're all purchased and we're stocking them up now and preparing. Our Navara should be ready to roll out hopefully tomorrow, but here, guys, that's a lot of love sitting right there. That's a $5,000 box. It's possible because of you guys. So it will be delivered right to the front lines. Others of you have been donating for the antennas for the Motorola radios, and Jania's got them there, and we'll demonstrate one for you so you can see. How does it fold out? And they put it on the radio, right?
Yeah, Motorola radio.
There we go.
8 watts.
Huh?
8 watts. This is what we didn't think about that one, but the guy on the front line showed us once. He said, guys, if you would find something like that, it really helps us here. We
did.
bought.
So you guys helped purchase those, and we will be delivering them over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And pretty cool. They just throw that. I've seen them many times. Just throw that into their backpack or throw that onto their even their body armor, and then sling it out when they need it, extend it, and away they go. So very cool. And then it doesn't have to be long like that when you're running through the woods, to the forest.
The next one is a special request. It's a Motorola.
Yep.
Digital radios model 4800E with a special key, like how you call it, encryption key.
Okay.
And they have specific frequencies
For security.
VHF. That's it.
The bottom line is equal to tourniquets and all that. Radios and communication save lives as well.
Yeah.
So that's what we're in the business of. And thank you guys. So want you to see it along the way, locked and loaded and ready to get to the front. So just a little bit of insight of what's happening. And yes, it is awesome. Robert Lockhart, I do want to answer this question. Greg, do we still have everyone who signed the flag with us? So we have a flag that many, many, many heroes have signed. And you will be seeing it for those of you that are new. I'll have the flag when we're running the front lines on this next run. We'll be out on the front for a couple of weeks, and I get different heroes to sign it. And yes, every hero that has signed that flag to this moment is still with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I want to give you one piece of culture, and then I'm going to get some sleep. So that's the massive aid. Let me get off that picture. That one will make you puke before you go to sleep. The massive aid drop that you guys will be a part of. So I encourage you to, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I try to never ask for that stuff, but we've come to the point now where I'm not shy anymore. Subscribe, help us help the front line. And this is not the Red Cross, although we are a nonprofit. This is not the OSCE. This is not United Nations. Our charity organization here is called NAPRAM, and we only deliver hand to hand, and we do it nonstop. And it's a pretty serious operation, and we want to thank you for helping. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tonight, as I close out, I want to give you a piece of culture, and I want to show you again. Mikhail Roholt Jensen bought 5 coffees. Thank you. Straight to the guy, straight to the project. Right here, I want to show you a little bit of culture, and show you also how you guys are donating even when you don't know it. Check this out. Ain't no way I can't drop some money in this man's thing. Sorry for the bumping. I didn't know he'd be here. What a terrible videographer I'm doing right now. Xenia, where are you? Oh, here we go. I was digging in my pocket, guys. Now you're donating to that project. So there you have it, guys. Incredible. And you can see the spirit that man's there. And that's a legit organization that you tonight, my hand, there's the same hand, it threw the money in the box. And that's because of your generosity. At some point, for the benefit units I send equipment to, could put battery part numbers, please, Lindsay Rogers. Lindsay, just please go to my website, send me an email so I know exactly what you're talking about, and we'll help you out with that. I would love to let it run. That's all I had of that, but thank you. I also saw the other message up there, people saying, have you thought about connecting with Andrew Perpetual? Listen, I'm open to connect with anybody other than clowns who think they support Ukraine. So we want to spread this out as much as possible for patriots and for volunteers and streamers and people who are genuinely helping Ukraine. But if you are a coward that has run away, or if you are a liar that is stealing money from good people who care about Ukraine to put it in your own pocket, I don't want to have anything to do with you. If you are wanting to help and not trying to get rich off of blood money while you lie to the world and you have no idea what you're talking about, real Ukraine, all on board. So if you guys have contacts or connections, be happy to do that. And yes, tomorrow night, I'll be on with Andrew Mercado for, he's called it now Terry Tuesday. So it's Taco Tuesday, Terry Tuesday. Thank you. And yes, John Larkin, that's where we'll close the Cock-Womble duo, exactly. But I will say this, only Johnny Pierce is the dog's bollocks. You guys be blessed. Thank you for all that you do. All the links are in the description. Thank you for supporting Rick the Ukrainian, Professor Gerdish, Johnny Pierce, Andrew Mercado, Starsky, and I'm not exhaustive list, but these are the people that we're partnering with and working with in Warthog, and hope soon to be more. You guys be blessed. We're going to smash that 200,000 in a shocking amount of time, and you're going to be here every step of the way. You guys be blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow on Andrew's stream. Good night.
Slava Ukraini!